Absolutely love these types of videos because they feel like we're sitting down together over a cup of tea, reflecting on life, celebrating progress, and being honest about the parts that don't always make it onto social media. I think it's so easy to rush from one month to the next without even stopping to notice how much has happened. We're constantly thinking about what's next. Next goal, the next project, the next version of ourselves. But growth deserves to be acknowledged while it's happening, not just when we've reached the finish line. So today I wanted to take you through my July, the lessons I've learned, the habits that helped me, the challenges I faced, and the little wins that I'm celebrating. And then what I'm also focusing on as I move into August. So whether you're watching this at the end of July or months from now, I hope this inspires you to reflect on your own life too. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's catch up. If I had to describe July in just a few words, I'd say it felt gentle, reflective, not because everything was perfect, because trust me, it was not. But there were still moments where I questioned myself, days where I felt less productive than I planned, moments where I wondered whether I was making enough progress. I was also poorly for a bit. So instead of letting those thoughts take over, I kept reminding myself that growth isn't always loud. Sometimes it's just keeping promises to yourself, resting without guilt, choosing peace instead of pressure, and showing up even when motivation isn't there. So looking back, I think this month taught me that consistency feels much more peaceful than chasing perfection. One thing that I try to do every month is celebrate the things that went well, not because I want to ignore the challenges, but because I think we're often much better at noticing what went wrong than what went right. So some of my wins this month was creating content I genuinely enjoy making, reading and learning more, spending time outside, trying to make intentional choices instead of rushing through my days, being kinder to myself when things don't go according to plan. So none of these are dramatic milestones, but they all move me closer to the life I'm trying to create. And I think those quiet wins matter just as much. Of course, July was not perfect. There were definitely things I struggled with. Sometimes I wanted faster results. Sometimes I expected too much from myself. I was poorly. I also realized there were days where I was trying to feel as much productivity as possible. And honestly, it left me feeling more drained than fulfilled. One of the biggest lessons this month was remembering that being busy isn't the same as building a meaningful life. Space matters, rest matters, joy matters. One thing I love about monthly reflections is noticing patterns. And I've realized that I do my best when I create simple routines instead of trying to overhaul my entire life. Even though I do want to overhaul my entire life, I learned that I enjoy slower mornings. I feel happier if I've spent some time outside. Reading helps me feel grounded. Creating content lights me up when I'm creating from curiosity instead of pressure. I'm also learning that I don't need to have everything figured out before taking action. Clarity often comes after I begin, not before. When I think back over this month, it's not the biggest achievements that stand out. It's the little moments. Having a meaningful conversation, reading a book, going for a walk, filming content I genuinely feel excited about, laughing unexpectedly. Those moments reminded me that a good life isn't built only from milestones. It's built from the ordinary days that we choose to be present for. As we move into August, there are a few things I am choosing to leave behind. I'm letting go of comparing my journey to someone else's, trying to do everything at once, feeling guilty when plans change, perfectionism disguised as productivity. I don't expect those habits to disappear overnight, if only, but becoming aware of them is the first step. Every month gives us an opportunity to choose differently. There are also things I want to carry forward. I want to keep simple routines, my morning gratitude, weekly planning, spending some time outside, protecting my peace, celebrating the small wins. I think these habits create the foundation for everything else. Not because they're impressive, but because they're sustainable. Looking ahead, I'm trying not to overload myself. Instead, I'm going to choose a few clear priorities. I want to continue creating content consistently. I want to look after my health. I want to keep simplifying my routines. I want to make memories alongside pursuing my goals. I want to spend less time worrying about whether I'm doing enough and more time appreciating the life I'm already building. Progress doesn't have to be rushed. As July comes to an end, I don't want to measure this month only by achievements. I want to measure it by presence. Did I laugh? Did I learn? Did I care for myself? Did I enjoy my life while working towards my dreams? Because those questions matter just as much as ticking off goals off a list. Every month is another chapter, and this one taught me that slow progress is still progress. Ordinary days deserve gratitude, and that becoming the person you want to be happens quietly, one choice at a time. Before you leave today's video, I'd love for you to do your own monthly reflection. Take out your journal and answer these questions. What are 3 things you're proud of this month? Celebrate them, no matter how small. What challenged you? What did those challenges teach you? What do you want to leave behind? Write down one habit, belief, or expectation you're ready to release. What do you want to carry into next month? Choose 3 habits or mindsets you wish to continue. And finally, what is your intention for next month? Instead of making a huge list of goals, choose one word that will guide you. Maybe it's peace, joy, consistency, courage, alignment. Let the word shape your decisions. If today's reflection inspired you, I'd love to hear from you. What is one lesson July taught you? Leave it down in the comments below so we can reflect together. I'd love hearing from you. And if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.